We have reached the 1800s. Come on. New milestone for us. We're getting close to the end of the 1000s. That is crazy to think about, that we're reaching a whole new era of SCP very soon. From what I know, Howard and Vinvon will not be joining. Well, Howard won't be, because motherfuckers are always like awake at the most ridiculous time to watch my streams, which I highly appreciate, but also it is very concerning. He did text me saying like, hey, potentially I won't be there. And I was like, hey, dude, sleep. At the end, I appreciate it. You won't understand how much I appreciate it, but it is concerning. And I'd rather you take some time for yourself and just sleep it out. I'll be fine. Vinvon, I don't know if they will join this time. They couldn't join us last time. If they do, that would be awesome. But if they can't, then we'll go back to reading this for ourselves and for Henry over here. But I would say it's not wasting any time, because you guys do know Sunday is very rough for me usually. I do have a little bit of G Fuel because I don't want to drink too much since I have to wake up early to go running. Well, yeah. Let's get it started, shall we? It is called the Minotaur. Oh, it's one of these pages. Wait a minute, it does not show. I should have known. Let's go here. Bam. Get rid of this. It's from yesterday. And while we're at it, open this up anyway. All right. Adult content. This article contains adult content that may not be suitable for all readers. Oh fuck. What a start. Features non-consensual sexual acts. Okay. I will say this right now. It is my obligation to say this. It is my duty to say this. If you're not comfortable with this, then please just skip this video. Do not give this a look. I will have to give a warning ahead of time. Hopefully I remember that tomorrow when I edit this. Put a warning out. This will have adult content and non-consensual sexual acts, which is, we're gonna keep this serious, unless there's jokes in it, because there was also like sexual content in the shark punching one, but for the sake of because this is a heinous action here, so for that sake, let's keep it serious. Let's be respectful. Even though they're fictional people, it's not. Although joking will be very hard not to do that, but in the same time, let's keep it as serious as possible. If you're above the age of 18 plus and wish to read such content, then you may click continue real set content. I'm gonna click this. What's back to the front page, by the way? Is it just leads me back? Okay. I'm gonna put it on my face just to make sure there's nothing on screen that will get me absolutely kicked out from Twitch. We're good. I think. Yeah, we're good. We're good. That gave me some panic. All right, back to it again. Save. Apparently, it's not. See, that's what I mean. Like, it's gonna be hard not to make jokes, but like in the same time, I don't want to be disrespectful. I hope this is a weird start. SCP-1800 is stored in a restricted area of Sector 19. All access ways and rooms within a 200-meter radius of SCP-1800 shall be kept to authorized personnel only and will be kept clear of unnecessary personnel during testing. Personnel authorized to be in the restricted area must not fit Profile Alpha 1, see Addendum 2, or Profile Beta 1, see Addendum 3. Testing is authorized on SCP-1800 with approval of the current project leader. I've been saying 17 for so long that it's very hard. That's one interesting thing about a milestone. It's just very tough to like jump back to to a different number. 1 is the loneliest number. That's true. SCP-17 See, again, 1800 is a bronze sculpture measuring 146 centimeters in height. The casting appears identical to the work Le Minotaur by Salvador Dali, produced by the Valsuani Foundry in 1982, with the following deviations. Attempts to date the sculpture have been inconclusive. Date as in like, no, I know what they mean. Again, I'm sorry. But suggests it was created at least, I don't have my voice mod on, so let me just do that real quick to make sure that the beeps, the censoring sound works. This is a very awkward one to start off. I had it up to be like a new milestone. This is the first one we're getting. God damn it. Why you had to be like that? Why you had to be like that? Okay, come on. Voice mod. Come on. It is running. Don't lie to me now. Why do you always take so... There we go. It works now. There we go. Okay. Years prior to the earliest date of official casting at the Valsuani Foundry. This would also predate the first known Dali painting of the subject by years. The sculpture is missing a foundry mark and signature. The small drawer above the inner right ankle is functional and can be opened and closed. Inside the drawer is an inscription absent from the official casting. Coimbra es la virtud, which I probably butchered that, but it says English translation, what price is virtue? Okay. Inscription appears to have been engraved sometime after casting. SCP-1800 is typically in an inactive state during which it shows no anomalous properties. If some unit of minted currency is placed in a drawer in the lower right leg of the sculpture and the drawer is closed, the content of the drawer will disappear and SCP-1800 will enter a pending state. I'm nervous. I'm really scared what's going to happen. Only metallic minted currency has this effect. Printed money, jewelry, ingots of precious metals, non-currency tokens, or other such items have no effect. When SCP-1800 is in a pending state, it will appear inactive until a human subject fitting profile Alpha 1 or profile Beta 1 enters an area within a 167 meter radius of effect surrounding SCP-1800. Why that specific number? So inactive means no external means of observation or measurement has been found to differentiate between SCP-1800's inactive and pending states. And effect means radius of effect is constant regardless of any intervening material. So even if there's like houses and walls and all that in the way, it will know. As long as you're in that radius. Also, if you're above them, I guess it also counts, right? When a human subject fitting profile Alpha 1 enters the radius of effect while SCP-1800 is in a pending state, SCP-1800 will become active and move its right arm to the point 2 fingers in the direction of the subject for approximately 15 seconds. Okay, effects are independent of subject's ability to perceive SCP-1800 and occur even if subject leaves the radius of effect within this time frame. The subject is subsequently designated -1. After 15 seconds, SCP-1800 will return to its original pose. If any instance of -2 exists, SCP-1800 will also then return to an inactive state. Otherwise, its state will continue to be pending. So we don't know what -2 is yet, right? Because we only got -1, which is Alpha 1. That got, I assume, marked by SCP-1800. When a human subject fitting profile Beta 1 enters the radius of effect while SCP-1800 is in pending state, SCP-1800 will become active and move its left arm to point 3 fingers in the direction of the subject for approximately 17 seconds. Scene 05. Nope. Okay. The subject... Oh, wait, is it saying here, like... Effects are independently of the subject... Yeah, okay, so it's saying, like, the same thing counts to this one. The subject is subsequently designated -2. Okay, so now... Okay, so I see. After 17 seconds, SCP-1800 will return to its original pose. If any instance of -1 exists, SCP-1800 will also then return to an inactive state. Otherwise, its state will continue to be pending. So now we have -1, -2. When any number of instances of -1, -2 simultaneously exist, instances of -1 will seek out instances of -2. I can see what's going on. -1 appears unaware of the seeking compulsion and will show no prior conscious knowledge of -2's location and identity beyond what was known prior to the effects of SCP-1800, and initiate some form of ritualized interaction. After completion, the objects of this interaction will cease being designated as -2. If there are no more remaining instances of -2, the initiators of the interaction will cease being designated -1. So -1 has to initiate? Is that what? Okay. And -2... Okay. The specific nature of the interaction initiated by -1 is determined by the type of currency used prior to SCP-1800 selecting -1. Okay, so Addendum 1 document T1800-37 table selected -1's -2 interactions. 2010 U.S. Lincoln Penny -1 verbally harasses -2 for a period of 10 minutes. 1943 Steel U.S. Lincoln Penny -1 verbally harasses -2 for a period of 23 minutes. Harassment includes obscene hand gestures. What's the matter with you? 1980 UK 10 pence -1 verbally harasses -2 for a period of 5 minutes, then proceeds to urinate on -2. Okay. Okay. 2001 Belgian €2 coin -1 assaults -2 strangling -2 for a period of 10 minutes after -2 expires. -1 undresses the body and poses it to resemble SCP-1800's normal posture. Why do you have to undress, dude? You can just... They already did, dude. Just put... Okay. Just pose it normally with the clothes on, man. 1882 US silver dollar -1 sexually assaults -2 with a data expunge, then forces -2 to consume data expunge, undresses the body and data expunge, cutting wounds that resemble the voids in the SCP-1800 sculpture. I'm getting Baraska flashbacks. Because I watched Wendigoon and Meat Canyon talk about it like a week ago. And now I'm getting flashbacks to that, which is pretty intense, heavy shit. 1924 US double eagle $20 gold coin did expunged. At least, you know, it is very horrendous. This, you can already like imagine the horrendous shit they're doing. But at least the author so far has been kind enough and not going into massive detail about it. So Profile Alpha 1. Profile Alpha 1, subjects are male and aged 30 to 55 years. They have position of authority, typically policemen, politicians, executives or military officers. That is okay. So there's a power play as well, great. They're in good physical condition without chronic ailments and show no history of mental disorders or substance abuse. They are married and have at least one child. That is even worse. That degrades them as a human being, because like they are in a position of authority and power, but they're actually good people. Like they're not crazy. They don't have any substance abuse. Yeah, they're physically fit. They're married. Have a child. That doesn't mean they're not corrupted, but like at the end, like let's just hope. Let's just imagine it's like the most good-willed version of any of these people, and then fucking SCP-1800 just decides to be like, now you're a piece of shit. Now you shall be the worst piece of shit you can ever be to another human being, which I assume is a woman. Yeah, Profile Beta 1, subject are female, age 13 to 21. You didn't have to go that route, dude. They will have begun menstruation, but have not yet engaged in sexual intercourse. Okay, now, this is what I meant. Before I was like, hey, for now, the offer is nice enough to not make it too intense. And then, of course, it has to be underaged or a virgin, something like that. Okay, addendum 4 document I-18003, post-recovery interview 3. David Orwell, male, 27 years old. Agent J, MTF, commander in charge of initial response and containment team. Forward on 2000, SCP-1800 was on public display at the museum had been on continual exhibition since, there's so many, 19, without incident. According to security cameras at 1325, the interview subjects approached SCP-1800 and placed an unidentified coin in SCP-1800's lower drawer and closed it. SCP-1800 immediately entered an active state and selected -1, -2 from the museum patrons. -1 immediately engaged in ritual rape, murder, and dismemberment of -2. 3 security guards were injured and 1 fatally when they attempted to intervene. Ritual interaction was interrupted by police firing on and killing -1. Interview subject was taken into custody by police along with 12 other witnesses. Okay, Agent J. Now, I need to ask you a few questions. Sure, hell of a day. You're American, aren't you? FBI? Is this some sort of Al-Qaeda thing? We're consultants working with the police. Your name's David Orwell? That's right. You're a student from... Redacted. Was a student. The indoctrination was a bit much. So you stopped being an art student. In that sense, I work for a small auction house in... Now. Long way from home. So are you. So... Why did you put something in the statue? I thought you wanted to ask about the guy killing his... Please answer the question, Mr. Orwell. And nothing to Mamoon. Pardon? Rendering unto Caesar, a metaphor, a protest, a penny on the eye of the dead art. I'm not following you. It was my way of saying that Mr. Salvador Dali was a pretentious little hack who lived off the same dozen visual non-sequiturs for a half a century. Mass-produced corporate art that diminishes in significance with each cheap copy. That statue, Le Minotaur, you know how many reproductions there are of it? I could get you one off eBay right now. All official and still being produced years after his death. I have more respect for Thomas Kincaid. He never tried to convince anyone his sketch was somehow transgressive or meaningful. You don't like Dali. I love that he's like angry that Dali's stuff got like capitalized, like not capitalized, like yeah, no, what? Yeah, capitalized. I guess it's the word I'm looking for. Basically, like, you know, what am I doing? I'm having a stroke. Why am I... Capitalist. There we go. That why I had a struggle just now, like for some reason, like. But yeah, like I think it's funny how he's like, yeah, Dali's a capitalist. He sells his stuff and tries to like uses art as a quick buck. And I'm like, at the end, we don't even know if that was I don't know Dali's history, but it's like, yeah, did you ever wonder if that was even him doing that and not somebody else? But yeah, let's go on. You don't like Dali? There's nothing worse. There is nothing worse than a revolutionary co-opted by the establishment. Art isn't a commodity. Were you expecting the statue to do something? Like what? Move. Huh? I was metaphorically tweaking the Dali industrial complex. It's not a vending machine or an amusement park ride. You didn't watch the statue after you closed that drawer? I was paying more attention to the guards, who might have objected to my little protest, and there was a slight issue of some German tourist killing his daughter and trying to... We have witnesses that say the statue raised its arm and pointed at Mr. and his daughter. What? Are you certain you didn't see the statue move? It's not a mannequin. The thing is solid bronze, no joints. It isn't going to wave its arms like a pilot on a Disney ride. So you didn't see anything? You gotta be kidding. I was watching something a lot more horrifying, transgressive than that derivative self-plagiarized excuse for a sculpture. The security camera footage confirms that Mr. Orwell was not facing SCP-1800 during its active phase. I do like that, like, I think it's funny how much he hates Dali. Because, he's being such a snob about art. But he also has a point. He also has a point, like, hey, you do know something way worse than the statue happened in that same room. Thank you, Mr. Orwell. So, are we cool yet? Are we cool? Have you got what you need? Can I go? See the nurse on the way out. As with all witnesses to SCP-1800's active phase, David Orwell was provided with a prophylactic Class A amnesty to suppress any knowledge of SCP-1800's involvement in the case. Possible connection between David Orwell and any groups of interest were not perused until years later, when a routine review of SCP-1800's case was filed, identified the phrase, "Are we cool yet?" Mr. Orwell's statement predates official Foundation recognition of the Are We Cool Yet collective by years. Subsequent attempts to locate Mr. Orwell to a follow-up investigation have yet to be successful. Wow, he actually was somebody important. What, are we supposed to go back and reinvestigate every piece of so-called art we have in containment now? It's a goddamn coincidence. It's a goddamn coincidence. Agent J. MTF. Okay. Besides, you know, the ritualized and the fact that they're younger, and now we definitely had some ancestral shit happening here. It could have been, fictionally speaking, it could have been way worse. Like, they could have gone way more into detail. Like, they gave us enough information that we would go, oh no. But it wasn't like enough information for you to go like, I need a break, which is appreciated. It's still pretty messed up what this SCP does. It is very messed up, and I want to immediately say for people on Twitch, because YouTube, you're not gonna see it. When I show you the list at the end of like SCPs that I enjoyed, this might be more or less like near the like bottom half, because I think it's a good, like, it's a gruesome one, and I appreciate that, like, that they didn't write anything really, really nasty, even though, like, again, the information we got was enough for us to go like, shit. But yeah, it's a bit hard to, like, you know, put it on the top. You could put it on top if you want to say like, oh, it's a good SCP, as in like it's disgusting, as in like it makes you like horrified. Then yeah, then it will be one of the top ones. But at the end, we'll see how this list will go.